Very good morning, students. Welcome to your English literature class. Today, we are going to start with The Merchant of Venice, Act 2, Scene 1. By the end of this video, you will be able to understand development of plot of Act 2, Scene 1, critical commentary of Act 2, Scene 1, and character portrayal of Act 2, Scene 1. So far, we have studied that how Bassanio and Antonio ask Shylock for a loan so that Bassanio will have enough money to go to Belmont and woo Portia. Shylock deliberates over whether he will agree to lend Antonio the money or not, as Antonio has treated him very badly in the past. Ultimately, he agrees, however, on the condition that Shylock will be entitled to cut a pound of Antonio's flesh if he fails to repay 3,000 ducats within 3 months. Now, students, let's start with the workbook reading of Act 2, Scene 1 that is taking place in Belmont at Portia's house. So take out your page number 54 of your Merchant of Venice workbooks. First, let's read development of plot. The scene opens in a room of Portia's house. The Prince of Morocco entreats Portia not to reject him on account of his dark complexion, which he has acquired from the hot climate of his country. He tells her that though his complexion is dark, his blood is redder than that of any other fairest man. Here, students, the meaning of the word entreats is begs. Act 2, Scene 1 opens in a room of Portia's house in Belmont, where Prince of Morocco is explaining the reason of his dark complexion. He is ready to be compared with any other suitor on the basis of bravery. He boasts of his healthy red blood, his bravery in war, and the love which many women of his country have for him. He asks Portia not to judge him by the color of his skin, but by his blood, which is as red as that of any other suitor. Portia tells the Prince of Morocco that the choice of a suitor is not in her hands. She has to marry a person according to the will left by her father. Had she been free in the choice of her marriage, he would have appeared as fair as any candidate for her affection in spite of his dark complexion. So here, students, Portia replies to the Prince of Morocco that she has to marry according to her father's will. That is, according to the casket system designed by her father. Further, she says that he would have appeared as fair as any candidate for her affection. Let's read further. On hearing these words, the Prince of Morocco feels flattered, and then he boasts of his physical strength and courage. He brags that he has killed 3 Persian princes. He tells her that he is so brave that he can snatch away the young ones from the breast of a female bear. He adds that he can also tease a hungry lion, which is in search of a prey. But it is sad that sometimes chance does not favor the strongest man. It happened with the great Hercules. Hercules was beaten in a game of chess by his servant Lichess in spite of the fact that he was the strongest man in Greece. Portia tells him that he has to take a chance. Moreover, he has to obey the conditions laid down in her father's will. She tells him that if he fails to choose the right casket, he is not to disclose this secret to anybody. Also, he is not to approach any lady for marriage purpose. So before he takes a chance, he must take into consideration all these conditions. So students, the meaning of the word flattered, praised, brags means says something in a boastful manner. And here in these lines, Morocco boasts of his strength. He tells Portia that his appearance has frightened the most courageous men. He further brags that he would look defiantly into the most bold eyes. He would outbrave the most daring heart on the earth. He further says he would pluck the young sucking cubs from their mother, and then he brags that he would taunt the hungry lion. He is, however, unsure of his luck now, for it may make him choose the wrong casket, and someone who is not worthy enough might choose the correct one. So here he takes the reference of Hercules, who was the bravest and strongest hero. Lichess was his servant. According to the legend, once Hercules and Lichess were playing a game of dice. By chance, the winning throw came from the hand of the weaker man, that is Lichess, and Hercules was defeated in the game of dice. Similarly, Morocco fears that the fate might favor someone less worthier than himself. So Portia tells the prince to be prepared to take his chance after dinner and tells him to swear before choosing the casket that if he made the wrong choice, he would never again speak to any lady on the subject of marriage. Now let's proceed further. Critical commentary. The Prince of Morocco, one of the suitors, is introduced in this scene. He is proud and self-respecting. He has a dark complexion and he is conscious of it. We come to know about his character from his speech. He boasts that he possesses a lot of physical strength and courage. The scene also gives sufficient information about the casket trial. Portia tells the Prince of Morocco about the conditions laid down in her father's will. He who makes the effort has to obey those conditions. So here students, the scene starts with one of the suitor, the Prince of Morocco, who has come to try his luck in the lottery of casket designed by Portia's late father. So children, in summary, we have read that he has dark complexion, he is proud and self-respecting. He tells about his brave deeds. So Portia informs him about the lottery of casket and about her father's will, which he has to obey to woo Portia. Next, let's read character portrayal here. The Prince of Morocco, one of the suitors, is presented as a boastful prince. He has a dark complexion and he is conscious of it. He requests Portia not to reject him due to his dark complexion. He boasts of his physical strength and courage. So children, we have read the Prince of Morocco is a brave and outspoken suitor who had travelled to Belmont in order to participate in the lottery of casket and win Portia's hand in marriage. So children, we can ascertain that the Prince of Morocco is an egoist, that is a person who thinks that he is better than other people. He boasts of his red blood and his bravery in war, but at the same time he declares that he would change his color to win over Portia. After his bragging speech, Morocco admits that the lottery of the caskets has no consideration for heroism. So it is a play of fortune which can be won even by an undeserving candidate. So let's read further. Portia, who does not want to marry such a suitor, warns him that if he fails to choose the right casket, he will have to lead a life of celibacy all his life. Portia presents herself as a tactful and intelligent woman. She deals with Morocco in a very tactful way. When Morocco boasts of his physical strength and courage, she handles the situation cleverly. She gives no impression of her dislike for him. Here, students, the meaning of the word celibacy is maidenhood. Portia assures him that her choice of a husband would not be influenced by the outward appearance of any suitor. Rather, it would solely depend on the lottery of the caskets. Portia, through her speech, proves herself to be a very intelligent woman. She tactfully handles Prince of Morocco and does not let him come to know that she does not like him. So students, this is all about our today's class. Hope you all have understood. Your homework is do the work that is given in your SNAP homework. Thank you students. Have a nice day.